Don't say you're down. You gotta stand up and fight. Got to stand up. Don't say you're down. You gotta stand up and fight. Got to stand up. Don't say you're down. You gotta stand up and fight. Oh, you got to stand up.
Alright, as you can see, Kevin's been on the grind today, been helping my aunt move, but so the second layer is just that brown, right, all over the boat, and then you come with the same thing and you spray the tan with the brown, because just the tan by itself is a little too much, as he said earlier, but this is the most realistic marsh camo you can honestly paint your boat. Is this razor blade grass. I mean, you throw that up on the bank, dude, I mean, the ducks are gonna land in your boat. That's how realistic this looks. But anyways, so we're just continuing to spray on the third layer, and then we'll be flipping the boat over, starting on the inside. Well, that's it. That's all 3 layers, 4 layers if you include the base coat. And we're gonna let it sit and dry for a little while, and then we're gonna be flipping it over. And we got these hatches back here, and we're gonna be cutting them out and welding those in. And once again, for y'all's own John boats, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, whatever your pockets are deep enough for. So we're gonna be welding those in, and then we'll be painting the same pattern on the inside. And then we got the hydroturf over here, and we'll be putting in hydroturf, and then we'll be wiring it up, and then this will be a wrap. So
Don't say you're down. You gotta stand up and fight. Got to stand up. Don't say you're down. You gotta stand up and fight.
This is our studio.
I grabbed it from the front. Hold that thing off, take the hold that.
So these are the hatches. That one's gonna go right there. He's got another one that's gonna go up here in the front. That it's gonna get welded right there, and then this is gonna be enclosed. It's gonna be a little storage area. Getting it measured out. Alright. Gonna get to cut.
Don't say you're down. You gotta stand up and fight. Got to stand up. Don't say you're down. You gotta stand up and fight. Oh, you got to stand up.
This is our studio.
Alright. Got the hole cut out, all the foam removed. Then we're gonna put a piece of board down in there so the battery ain't just sitting on it. getting all wet and stuff, and then we're gonna weld that hatch in. Tent part 2. Bingo. Just like that. Alright, now that we got the back hatch in, the front's gonna go right here where this bar is, but we gotta cut this plate out so he's got enough room to store stuff in there. So we're about to get the cut. Alright, he's about to start making the little bracket to go over the light bar, and then we're going to run the wires for the light bars and the nav lights through here before he welds the hatch, because we're too fat to fit in there to run wires. So fits. One thing that we're having to do before we start painting the inside is run the wires up here, and so that's going to be for the light bar. This is going to be for the trolling motor plug. It's going to bolt right there. I'm just going to go ahead and pre-run the wires, have them tucked underneath there, because once we weld this in there, we ain't going to be able to fit through the hatch to run the wires. So we're pre-running the wires, and then we're gonna weld the hatch on, and then start painting.
Say you down, you gotta stand up and fight. Got to stand up. Say you down.
All right, quick update. Kevin's finishing tidying up the wires up here before we start cutting the panel out and riveting the front hatch. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and drill the holes and start riveting the. Okay, I've been tidying up, finishing this other project we got, but Kevin's been over here. He finished wiping it down. I got all the rivets in on the hatch. He finished welding this up in the front hatch, and we got the wires taped off that ran in there, and we got them ran all the way to the back. All we got to do is put the switch panel in and hook it up to the batteries and whatever exterior other lights that we're going to hook up. But we're about to spray the base coat, put the primer on the aluminum. Yep.
Say you down, you gotta stand up and fight. Got to stand up. Don't say you down, you gotta stand up and fight. Oh, you got to stand up.
This is our studio.
We're done with the camo on the inside. After this dries, we'll start on in the hydroturf and starting wiring. Probably gonna end up finishing that also in the third video, and then we'll be also mounting this brand new Tahatsu. Got not even a minute on her. So all that being the third video, and that'll be a wrap. So we'll catch you on part 3.